Alright, hey everyone, Mystic Magic here, and I was asked a couple times by a couple people if I can show like a quick guide on how to play Neopets for beginners. I'm kind of making this video both for beginners and for people who maybe haven't played the game in a while and are looking at it and going, wow, it looks different, and I have no idea what to do. So that's kind of how I'm doing it. I played Neopets for a really long time now. I realized when I was looking back, I'm like, wow, I've been playing this game for a bit. Um, so for this video, that's what I'm going to be doing, just kind of showing an overview of how to play. I am using a side account of mine's, one that, because I already did the dailies from my other account. So I'm just going to use a random one that I have that just doesn't have anything active and doesn't have a lot of pets. So when you first start up the game, you're going to create a pet and you're going to go ahead and make one. Obviously, I'm not in create a pet, but it would look kind of like, um, I'm just going to pretend I'm going to create one, but I'm not going to. So there's a bunch of pets that you can choose from. Note that this isn't all of the pets that exist, and this definitely isn't all the colors that exist. So just so you know, there's a couple pets missing, and there's a couple of options, a lot of color options that are completely missing. Yeah, actually, if you look carefully at this list here, you're not going to see the pet that I have active, the Lutari, because they're actually special. Yeah, so all of this stuff, the stats, whatever, they don't really matter. You just choose whatever. It actually doesn't matter. The bandanas are just really cute, and all of this is just whatever you want it to be. So it doesn't matter. Okay, let me go back to here. Oops, not my user look. I'm going to click here. Yeah, so like Lutari, they don't even show up in the create a pet. That's because they are special. Okay, so how to play the game. Really, the game is, think of it like a giant sandbox. You can do pretty much whatever you want. It's like a virtual Flash sandbox kind of game. So it's very similar to games like Club Penguin, Webkins, Animal Jam, you know, all of those. Clearly not furry at all. Sarcasm. Yeah, so that's kind of what Neopets is. It's kind of like a giant, you can do whatever you want, kind of space. Okay, you can think of it kind of as a social media, but with like more stuff going on. That's one way to view it. Okay, the main goals with Neopets are pretty much whatever you want it to be. And for a lot of people, it's going to be customizing your pets to whatever the heck you want it to be, because you see really cool pets online and you're going, hey, I want that. That's kind of the main goal for most people. Other goals could be getting all of the avatars, which are basically profile pictures that, because Neopets doesn't let you do custom profile pictures, but you can unlock them. So people unlock them so that they can show them off on the Neo boards, which are basically the forums of the game. You can also do trophies, so trying to beat the games, trying to do the art contests, things like that. That's another thing, trophies. And then another thing people do is Battle Dome, so doing the combat, that kind of stuff. There's a bunch of things you can do. And of course the plots, the events, that's another thing. So I'm doing this guide in assuming that you're interested in, you're just a casual player and you just want to experience the most of what Neopets has to offer, and you just want really cute pets. Like, let's be honest, that's what you want to do, right? Okay, this is the new interface, by the way, of Neopets. Those of you who are maybe veterans who want to just watch this video just to see what you missed out on, or like any new updates, clearly the interface is very different. It was updated about a year ago or so. I'm still trying to get used to it. It's clearly designed with tablets in mind and mobile. On phone, it's kind of weird. On tablet, it's not bad. I still prefer it on PC, which is what I'm using. The main thing is when you click over here, your pet's right here. Profile, so that's your lookup. That's what it looks like when people look up your account. Your pets, okay, and when you click down there, you can customize it. You use styling chamber. You can create a new pet. You can adopt a pet or abandon a pet. That's also in that option right here. Inventory right here. So you can, if you click on the chest, it will take you to the inventory. Safety deposit box, which is your safety item area. Quick stock, item transfer log. Okay, all those are there. Albums. So these are, again, those collectibles that I mentioned here. Think of them like achievements. Some people literally dedicate hours upon hours doing this. So, and then settings, this is just all your setting stuff. Okay. So that's on that side of the toolbar. On the right here, community, which will take you to all your Neo mails, the central, the Neo boards, which are the forums, spotlights, guides, pretty much all of that stuff. If you want to get involved with that. Oops. They're asking me to reset the password. Oh dear. Uh-oh. Okay, 1 second. Let me go ahead and re-log back in. I don't know why it logged me out. That's weird. Because it was fine earlier. Let me go ahead and do it like this. I don't know why I did that. So, yeah. We're back. Okay. Sometimes the site's still kind of weird, especially in the community stuff. All their social medias. Games. So this is probably another feature of Neopets a lot of people fondly remember, is that Neopets had a ton of Flash games, something like 100 some Flash games available. So here are all the Flash games that are here. Some of them are working and some of them are not, as you can tell. It's because of the death of Flash. Here are the classic games that were kind of revitalized with a new special version, like a new software that lets you play Flash games. They don't work super well, but they're there. They exist, you know. So if you want to use that, you can. When you play the games and you submit a score, you will get Neo points for that. So that is one way to make Neo points, which is the currency of this game. You can see my Neo points right up here. And you can use that to buy stuff. Okay, so that's another way. It's kind of the slowest way to do it, but they're kind of fun, you know, just for nostalgia's sake. Explore. So one thing about Neopets a lot of people don't know is that there is an entire world called Neopia, which is the world Neopets takes place in, and it is huge. Like there are a lot of different places to go to. So you can click on each one of those. You can kind of explore. I'm going to let you guys explore it. I'm not going to click every single one because there's so many of them. And they all have their own lore. They have their own, like, all of this stuff. Some of them have plots. There's more if you rotate. There's a couple other worlds in the back here. Some of them are no longer working, or they're defunct, like Lutari Island. They honestly should just fix that. I believe this is Descardia, which is the mobile game. And then all of the other ones you can access. Click around, have some fun with it. They all have their own really cool features and stuff like that. Stores, NPCs. Just check them out. Pretty cool. Okay. Going back to the top, the shops here. So it's split between NC and MP. NP, Neopoint, is the in-game currency. Okay. So Shop Wizard, this is to help you search for items. Your shop, you can sell stuff. Auctions, if you want to bid for stuff. Hopefully you can get them. Trading Post, this is for stuff that are really expensive. That the Shop Wizard doesn't have. Chances are they'll have it there. You can also trade items. That's what Trading Post is for. The bank, so you can deposit money, which is important. And then redeeming codes if you happen to get any from physical items. NC, this is Neo Cash. This is the paid currency. So NC Mall, usually it's going to be customization items that are really cool. On occasion, they might even give some for free. So just keep an eye out for those. You can obviously buy it, redeem. There's shops, blah, blah, blah. Bunch of stuff. Okay. Premium. This is if you want to pay for the monthly premium subscription. You get a bunch of benefits. I personally have never used it, so I don't know if it's worth it or not. Some people say it is. It's up to you. I don't really use it because I don't want to pay to use this game. Okay. Ooh, let me go ahead. Let me reset this real quick. 1 second, everyone. Where's my thingy? Okay, so in this part, sorry for the pause. I had to pause for a second. So in this part here, I'm gonna go ahead and show you all how to, um, again, I'm gonna focus on as if though you're just here, I just wanna make my pet look cool. What's the best way to do it? So in order to get these unique pets or to the unique looks, you're going to need money. not hopefully not real money, but Neo points, okay? So you're gonna have to make some cash. So, oh, that just clicks onto the bank. So there's a couple ways to make money on Neopets. And I'm going to show you probably the easiest ways as of now how to best do these things. So go ahead, click on this thing right here. So the scroll thing. Okay. So this is the quest log. Okay. It is probably right now, probably one of the best ways to get the pets that you want, like rare pets, things like that. Oh, and I should probably show you like what I mean by rare pets. So 1 second, let me go ahead and open up the other window here. Yeah, I should probably show you all that first because that's the part that everybody wants about Neopets, right? Let's see. Let me just do this. Okay. Here we go. Let me jump to the wardrobe. Okay. I'm going to be using a couple other sites here other than Neopets just so that because it's easier. Neopets doesn't always, it's like the way that it's obviously the game, so they don't show you all the items and colors and stuff like that. But if you go to other websites, for example, I'm going to be using Jelly Neo and Sunny Neo for this, but that's because they're probably the sites I like to use the most. They're really much updated. There's a couple other really good ones like Daily Neopets. These are just happen to be the two that I use. So these are like endorsed fan websites. So if you look at these pets, yeah, these are not the pets that you saw in the customization. Some of these are really like really interesting looking. I'm gonna go ahead and click on, let's click on Tyranian Lutari, for example. Let's say you want one of these guys, right? And you're like, okay, how do I get that? Well, in order to get them, you're gonna need an item called a paintbrush, or sometimes it's a paintbrush, sometimes it's there's a bunch of different ways to do it. You can look up each individual pet to see, I want that one, how do I get it? And there's guides and stuff that show you how to do it. The main thing you're going to need to get those items is Neo points. Okay. So let's say that's our goal, so we're going for that. One of the best ways to do it is to do the quest log, because the quest log, they're pretty easy. So you just do the daily quests every single day. So if you click on these tabs, it'll show you the different types of quests. Tutorial, this is for beginners. If you want to do that, feel free. The reward is just kind of average anyways. I'm just saying as like a veteran player, it's just, they're not super important items. But the main things are the daily quests. So completing each of the daily quests will get you all of these rewards. Like purchase an item from any Neopian shop. You have to buy 3 of those. Okay, you can just go do that. Spin the wheel in Mediocrity in Tyrania. Okay, you can go ahead and do that. Play a game. You get this reward. Roam a pet. You get this reward. Customize a pet. You get this reward. They're pretty easy. Like these are really, really easy rewards. I do recommend that you explore the map before doing this, just so you can get a feel for the map. That way you can kind of see what it's like. I'm going to go ahead and do some of these. So let's say I'm going to do purchase item. This is the way I would do it. Again, you can do however you want. I like to go to here, Neopia Central. It's the big burger. And I just go to the general store, to be honest, and I just buy the cheapest item here. I'm going to go buy 3 coffee and marshmallows. I don't know if the Jingly Bell counts. It's free. I'm going to try it. Let's see if that works. So that should be enough. Oops. Oh, okay, never mind. Well, I can't even buy it, so that's fine. Go back to my inventory. And then once it loads, go back to my quests here. There's a bunch of the items that I have. And there we go. I can claim my reward. I got a blue neg. Yay. Spin the wheel at Tyrania. Let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to go back to explore. Tyrania is over here. Okay. And then you can spin the wheel. Mediocrity is right there. Oh, cool. this is kind of cool. So something has happened. So these are random events that happen as you're exploring the website. Sometimes they're harmless, like this one. You're pondering the spelling of fairy. You trip and fall in a hole. You're unharmed. But oh boy, was that ever embarrassing. Yeah. So sometimes it's good things. Sometimes it's bad things. Like things will get stolen, or your Neopoints get stolen, which is why you should put your Neopoints in the bank and your items in the safety deposit box so that they don't get stolen. Or sometimes you'll get a free item. Or free money even. So it's completely random. So I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel real quick here. Oh, cool. I got 2,000 Neopoints. Nice. That's pretty cool. So I paid 100. I got 2,000. That's pretty good. Legit. Usually these prizes, by the way, so look how much money I get out of it. They're really worth it. Even if you're not really, what is it? I'm actually going to put some stuff away. I forgot to put this one away. Snowickle. So cute. Yeah, just doing them, even if you're not necessarily doing it for this big reward right here. So if you notice, as I was doing it, it ticks down the rewards, gets closer to this one. Even if you're not aiming for that one, these rewards by themselves are really good. So next one, plushie, Gellert plushie. That's a mouthful. Go ahead, play a game. I'm going to do Termac roll because it's easy. You can just choose any of them. But I'm going to go ahead and play this one. Whee! I'm awful at this game. I'm just going to die. Just going to lose the game and then boom. Okay. Submit the score and that should count for my game. There we go. Now if you're wondering why it's called plushie Gellert plushie, it's because the color of the Gellert is plushie. So, okay, groom a pet. So let me go to here. Do I have any grooming items? So here's the inventory page. I previewed it briefly earlier. Once it loads. Sometimes this site is so slow. And I have pretty decent internet too, so it's just the site. It's not my computer. Oh, I don't have any grooming items. So here are all your items here. Grooming, nothing. Okay. So each of these items do different things. So depending on what it is. So plushies, toys like this, you can play with your pet right here. So play. Makes them happier. Food like coffee and marshmallows, right? You can feed to your pet. Oops, that's my phone. Okay. Somebody's trying to message me. Books, you can read it to your pets. There's actually an achievement attached to it if you finish them all. Treasure maps, if you attach them all, you get a treasure map. Stamps like this is also part of the achievements. You can collect all the stamps. Posters like this, you can put in your house. There's a whole house, which by the way isn't loading well because of Flash dying. So I'm not going to show that. These little guys, these are pets, so they have stuff. Okay, so sorry about the pause. I just had to close the door. So that is kind of what some of the items do. So you can just click on them and then they'll tell you what they do. You can sort them all out, etc., etc. So I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go buy a grooming item here. So that's another item type. I'm gonna go to the general store again. What's the cheapest grooming item? Short blue hairbrush? Sure. Go ahead, buy that. That store is actually unique, by the way. I'm going to show you other stores in a bit. But I'm going to go groom my pet. Oh, I got a avatar. So I mentioned those before. You can use those on the Neo boards. And there's a lot of different things you can do to get them. So people do actually actively try to collect them all if they can. Customize a Neopet. So go ahead, go to customize. Another really popular feature of Neopets, customizing. So you can put clothes on your pet and stuff. There you go. I'm just going to give my pet a necklace. Claim the reward. I got string lights. Yay, and I got my 2,000. Now the cool thing is that you also get a weekly reward. Ooh, this one's giving me a woodland paintbrush. That's cool. So that will allow me to paint my pet's woodland. That's pretty worth it. That's pretty awesome. These are all randomized. So there's a whole pool of items that you can get from. I would check on Jelly or any of the fan websites and they'll tell you what it is. So really cheap, really good way to get paintbrushes pretty early on. This is a pretty new feature. It's really good. Really worth it. Okay. Another thing you can do, so go ahead and click on here, the alerts. And every single day, this will reset Trudy's surprise. So go ahead, roll it. Go ahead, roll it. It will give you a amount of Neo points every day. It's like as long as you do it consistently every day, you will get Neo points. Ta-da! And every single day it will increase in value. It's a really, really good, quick way to make money. This was implemented after the games area died, because Flash died. So they implemented this. And they kept it. It's pretty good. Okay. Other things that you can do. I'm gonna jump over to Jelly Neo because it's easy to use Jelly Neo, and I'm gonna use Sunny Neo as well. Actually, I'm gonna use Sunny, but Jelly has it too. Basically, all the fan sites, Daily Neopets, the subreddit, everything has it. You can do what are called dailies. So dailies are things that are reset every single day. These sites are really great because they do update every day as well, with any new stuff like this. The daily puzzle, which will get you Neo points, things like that. So they're all really cool things that you can do. It's also a really fun way to kind of explore the website. What I like about Jellies is that they give you the guide and the the information for each item, for each daily. So for example, let's do Trudy Surprise. Free, duration once per day. And we click on their guide. It tells you all of it. It also tells you what you can get from it. You can actually get items. And they even tell you how many, all the different sets, all of the different things that they've released over the years over using Trudy Surprise, and the amount of money that you get. Yeah, so you can just scroll. Here are all the Neo points. It's on day 25, you get 100,000 Neo points. Guaranteed. So by the time you hit day 25, you could just keep doing it over and over and over again, and you're getting 100,000. So you do it for 10 days, you get 1,000 Neo points. I mean, a million. So, yeah. Those are the free ones. So it's really worth it. Games. Here's some suggested games. I will say this as if you want to make money quick, the best way to do it right now is it still is Food Club. Just go into the subreddit, and there's a whole mathematical thing. You can calculate it. You can do all of this stuff to figure it out. But if you're lazy, go to the subreddit, and there is a database thing that you can use, and it will just do it for you. Okay, it's pretty cool. If you want a guide for that, just let me know, and then I can show you. It's crazy easy. Okay, here's some other stuff that you can do. Again, all kind of worth it. If you want to do Battle Dome, that's a whole other thing. If you want to train, Neo Lodge, which Neo Lodge is pretty cool. I'll show you guys that. A really cool trick with that. And then all of the quests. So again, you do something and then you get a reward out of it. Quest log is still the best one, so I'd suggest that one over all the others. Scratch cards if you want to go gambling. There's a lot of gambling on this game, this site. Wheels, more gambling, right? And actually the daily does require you to roll a wheel, so it rotates randomly between all of them except Extravagance. That's like the only one, I think, because it's very expensive. It's the most expensive one. Okay, but yeah, that is how best way to make money. Okay, another tip. So this is a tip for feeding your Neopet. So that's another thing too. You'll probably notice your Neopet has happiness, mood, and hunger. Okay, and there's always the joke meme that, oh, you feed your Neopets and they're hungry, right? One trick that people do, if you notice, like, oh, why do people have like 20 pets and they're all happy and they're all fine? What do they do? What's the secret? Do they go on every single day and feed them? No, we actually use the Neo Lodge, which, calculating it out, it's cheaper than feeding your Neopets every day, admittedly. So you just want to book your pet and then select a hotel. Now, they don't really make a difference. Really, you could just choose the first one and it's fine. It does exactly what you need to do. This is all just extra stuff. They don't do anything. Select the number of nights and then book it. My pet's already in the lodge. That's why they are happy. It doesn't really seem to affect too much. I think there's only a couple things they can't do when they're in the lodge. But it's all pretty minor stuff. And you can always just rebook them back in if you need to do something with them. Pretty simple. So that's my suggestion for that, just to save you some time and money. Okay. What else? I think that's basically the gist of it. So playing Neopets, again, I suggest the quest log, Trudy Surprise, and just checking out the website. Have fun with it. Now, the last thing I do want to mention is, and this is something that a lot of people don't really know about Neopets. Let's go ahead. Actually, let's just start in order. So I'm going to go to the news right up here. So the bell and the news. So every day Neopets updates on the weekdays. So they do not update on the weekends and holidays. So there won't be any news. But every single day they do add in new updates. And they're pretty good about it too. There's a lot of fun updates. Like these are some of the contests, NC Mall, some of their new stuff. Quest log, rotations. Okay, so they'll tell you like when the rotations happens. Contests like these are all contests right here that you can join. New items. So here's some new wearable items for the Yerbal this week. Okay, backgrounds. New color for Yerbal, which is transparent. So on and so forth. Yeah, so lots of cool things here. If you scroll down here, Neopian Times, that's the weekly publication that you can read. Okay, and then caption, these are all the other contests that you can do. So there's a lot of cool, fun things that you can do just around here. So this is in the news section. By the way, if you're looking at this format and you're going, whoa, this is different. Those of you who are returning Neopets users, you will recognize this. This is the old format layout. They haven't finished changing the layout for the whole site yet, so you'll probably still see this. Navigation is very similar. It's just in text rather than in fun, bright icons. But in general, they should be pretty right there. I kind of like the old format better just because there were more options for you to do things. But I understand why they switched it. You slowly get used to it, really. But yeah, if you have any questions, if you're not sure where things are, feel free to ask and then I can point where things are supposed to be. Okay. The next thing I do want to mention is, so I mentioned events. So that's the other major thing that you probably want to do. I'm going to jump to Jelly Neo here just because they kind of have the most information about this. So what's a Book of Ages real quick here? And then I'm going to go to events. Okay, so one thing about Neopets that makes it kind of unique from some of the other pet stuff, other than them being still alive. They do a lot of events throughout the year, and every year there's a certain number of ones that always appear, kind of yearly events, and then there are special plot events. So for the yearly events, it's going to be Altador Cup, right here. Where the Festival of Next, which just ended, and I don't think it's on here, but let me see if I can find it. Is it here? It starts with an N. HJKL. Nope. Neopets. Okay, Neopets, which is like, it's kind of like the Academy Awards of Neopets, and that happens in January, so that was already over. Anytime those events pop up, definitely do them. They give you free items, sometimes rare items that can be resold later on. It's worth it. They get a lot of cool lore and things like that. Okay, and now you're probably wondering, wait, there's lore in Neopets? Yes, there's a lot of lore on Neopets. There's years upon years of lore on Neopets.com, and this is part of it. Okay, these are like the major plot points. All of these are plot events. So let me start by year because that makes more sense. Yeah, annuals are these three. Daily Dare is defunct, actually. Well, is it still working? I don't know. Let me see. Is it? There's a whole storyline. Yeah, I don't think they've had it for a while. It should be Neopets, but whatever. But these are all like the past plots, and it's well worth it to do these plots if you can. Man, there were so many in 2001. I was not there during 2001. I was there during 2005, end of 2005. I was like here-ish. I started Neopets, so I was like here-ish. Anyways, so there's a ton of plots that have have occurred in the past. They added a lot of cool lore, a lot of cool items, rare items that are resellable to this day. Very coveted items. Very well worth it. The plots are genuinely really good. Like, they're surprisingly good for what they are. Some of them have animations, full comics, lots of stuff. A lot of effort was put into it. Think of it more as a war event in World of Warcraft, kind of like those. So, oops, that was my phone. Yeah, so that's I highly recommend it. We haven't. The last one we had was 2019, and part of that, and these last 3 were pretty horrible. Excuse me. Were pretty bad. I think they really started falling off after War for the Obelisk. But that's because of the ownership change of Neopets, which that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother story that's like insane, and you probably heard of some of it, in the grapevine. But yeah. However, Neopets, it seems, because of the new ownership, is going back to kind of a resurgence here. Okay, so oh, I actually unpaused. There we go. Let me go ahead and show you all the Neopets Instagram real quick, just because those of you who are new, you probably haven't been following this at all, or you notice the stuff going on the site and are going, what's going on? I have no idea. Just to recap really quick, so the lore has been ongoing. They've been building up towards a plot, 2 plots actually, which is super, super cool. They've never done like something like this before. So you probably noticed some of the pets have been gray. So like the bank guy he's not normally like this. This is some sort of event that's going on with the, what is it? We think it might have to, I think it has to do with the annual events, because it is attached to Festival of Negs. If you notice, Kari, in this one, she's gray. She's not normally gray. Yeah, so it has something to do with that. And they're hinting that it has something to do with Alterer Cup coming up. So Alterer Cup is around in the summer, so keep an eye out for that. Another major event that they're teasing specifically on the site, a little bit more on Instagram and Facebook and stuff, is if you look at these posters, they have like weird drawings over them. This is not the latest one. Where's the latest one? Here we go, Alterers. Right, they're all like creepy looking, and Neopets genuinely gets really dark, and it has. I'm seeing wraiths, which has something to do with Wraith Resurgence, which ended with a cliffhanger, and it's possible it's tying some of the biggest plot threads in Neopets. If you guys want me to talk about that ever, just let me know. That could be a really long video. It could be really fun to talk about the lore of Neopets and kind of what I'm predicting they're kind of building towards. Just let me know, and then I can probably do a video on that. But that's what they're building towards, and it seems to be, it could be connected to that, or not that, but like it's connected to potentially this plot here, which is the Void Within. That is the new plot that they've been teasing for a while. I don't think this has anything to do with the gray pets per se, because it doesn't look that way. But just know that that is the major next plot, which is Void Within. And they've been teasing for a while too. They seem pretty excited. Another thing to keep an eye out is on April Fool's Day, Neopets does do something. This was their event for April Fools. Yep. So if you notice, the website can change pretty dramatically during April Fool's Day. So definitely would check it out. Okay, let me go back. So that was my guide for Neopets. This video is starting to get pretty long. But if you want any specifics about anything, let me know. The only thing I'm not good at is Battle Dome. I don't really do Battle Dome, but there's tons of guides for Battle Dome out there. But yeah, I hope that was a useful guide, and I might be doing streams. I'll try to do some streams for Neopets. We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.